How's it going, guys? It's Eli here, and today we are currently at Mactan Cebu International Airport on this Cebu Pacific 737. It is not an actual plane that Cebu Pacific flies, since I'm pretty sure Cebu Pacific's mostly Airbuses and I think a few ATRs, so they don't really have Boeings in their fleet, but you know, the A3, A320, A321, A330, expensive planes. This is the Zibo mod. It's free. So I just got the Cebu Pacific livery, and this is what we are gonna be using for our flight to Ninoy Aquino International. So right now we are currently just loading bags and these food trucks. I'm pretty sure Cebu Pacific doesn't do this either. I'm not sure though, but I've never seen them. I think they just bring it. I don't think they have food trucks. Cause you know, budget airlines, stuff like that. But you know, we're just doing it because it's cool. So yeah, we're just loading the bags and doing some service work. I'll be back when we start boarding the passengers, when we're finished with most of our checks, and when we're gonna start our pushback. I'll see you then. Okay, so we are currently boarding the passengers right now. Just a couple more things to do before we start our pushback and start our engines and actually depart for Ninoy. Okay, now everything is set. We can now start our pushback. Release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
For departure, cross-check. Stand by for all call. In just a moment, we would like to direct your attention to the video screens located throughout the aircraft.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Okay, so we now have a go ahead from our tow crew. So we can now set our flaps 5. That is takeoff flaps 5. Wait, is it 5? Yeah, it's 5. Then we check the flight controls. Pull forward, pull back, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, other left, right, neutral. All right. Okay, we can now turn on our exterior lights, change cabin lighting to takeoff, release parking brake, takeoff config check, check.
Cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Approaching 2-2. On runway 22.
We're 1,000 feet away from our top of climb. And check the clock over here. 0014. Yep, still gonna reach there. Yep. Right there. 0015 Zulu time. Here it is. So we check our lighting, change it to cruise, white, medium, and level on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck. We've reached our cruising altitude. Looks like we are anticipating on-time arrival. You're going to head and turn off the seatbelt this time. Just remember, if you are in your seats, keep your seatbelts fastened in case we do experience any unexpected turbulence. Enjoy the flight, and if there's anything we can do to make your ride, to let a member of the crew know.
After reaching our cruising altitude, we're about 105 nautical miles away from our top of descent. That is in about 30 minutes. So 30 minutes from now, we're going to be descending on our way to Ninoy Aquino. So I will see you guys then. So we are almost at our top of descent. We are going to... Oop. It's my alarm. We're going to descend to, according to the charts, 2,500 feet. So you can see over here, TD, top of descent. We're about to hit it. So we're gonna be descending in right now. Okay. So these are the approach charts. We are gonna be taking the Star Conde 1 Papa. Doesn't really matter though, because you know we got the waypoints there. We have the right waypoints. This is Conde 1 Papa, and the FMC will make sure that we don't go under these altitudes. These are the altitude restrictions. So not above flight level 219, not below 151, not above flight level 133, not below 9,700, not below 8,000, and not below 5,000. I've flown this route many times, and the thing is, over here it does go down to 210 knots, but when we make our descent for Zulu, which is the transition for the ILS 424 approach, it does speed up quite a bit, but only because it descends really fast. So that's gonna be our only problem. Oh, we've already started our descent. So we set to takeoff landing, white bright, and descent announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck here, we are on our descent. Seatbelt signs going to be back up for our rattle. If you're up and about, please return your seats, fasten your seatbelts. Still showing well ahead of schedule. Thanks again. Hope you have a nice week. Have you on here very shortly.
Alright, so I'll just stick with you guys for this whole descent. Might cut some parts because this descent is about 30 minutes long from this point up to our actual landing. So we're just gonna see how that goes. Oh, look over to our left. You have a like a lightning cloud over there. It's kind of cool. Look at these clouds. What such nice clouds. Oh, there's another one over there. Right over there. Okay, we're finally coming through the clouds now at 5,000 feet. Over here at Natay, we have to be 5,000 above and below 210 knots. So we are actually slowing down to flaps up speed. Okay, so coming in for the approach after our turn from Natay to Zulu, I think I'm just gonna get down to flaps 5, just to slow down a little bit more than we should be. 316. Okay, we're very close to our place. Let's just double check. We got the correct ILS frequency, 109.9. 241 for our courses. Was it? 242 apparently. 242. Oops. We got a problem with our speed over here. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. After Natay, it's just like a straight on descent to 2,500 to Zulu. So it just goes up so much.
1,000 to go.
So I do actually just have my speed brake up to flight detent. We're going to make our turn into runway 24 once we reach Zulu. You can actually see the runway off to our left. We should be able to see it by now, but I do not. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's yeah, you saw it. So we go flaps 5 now. Speed brake down to armed. We're actually at 2,900 feet, but it's fine. We're gonna be using the glide slope anyway. It's not an RNAV approach, so the altitude's not. I'm not as strict with the altitude on approach. Okay, we're flaps 5. We're about to land. Have an attend to sit down. Let's turn on our Vorlock and approach mode. Stars alive. It's, I don't know if it's a glitch, but the stars are only on my standby. It's not here for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. So we're now lining up with the runway. I actually cannot see it. Our nose is a bit high. Oh, there it is. Okay, I can actually see it from here. It's just a bit far away. It's right there. Okay, so at this waypoint, we're gonna start our descent, and this glide slope here is gonna turn green, and we're gonna be descending down to the runway. So at 5 DME from the runway, we're gonna put down our landing gear and start going to landing flaps, which is flaps 30 for this flight. So over here, 5, landing gear down, flaps 15. And our landing speed is gonna be 144. So we just keep this until we can actually see the lights of the runway. There's some weather building up over the airport, which I don't really think is gonna be a problem. But let's check our missed approach altitude. 4,000 feet.
1,000.
Right, 1,000 feet. We're gonna disengage the autopilot and the auto throttle, and we're just gonna lead the plane very slowly onto the runway. We have a very good headwind right now, so it's not gonna be as hard
2-4
to line up with the runway. A bit to the left, actually.
Approaching minimum 400.
Need to correct
Minimums.
this. Continue.
300.
Really have to correct this. Oh. Not too good.
200.
Alright, so we get off on this taxiway, turn on our APUs, weather radar off, terrain radar off. Landing wasn't as smooth as we would have wanted it, but it's alright. The plane's on the ground safely. Nothing blew up. So I'd say we did a pretty good job. I think. Just make sure everything's in order. Probe heat's off. Cabin lighting white medium. So now we're just gonna taxi to the gate. Okay. Turn off our lights. APU generator on. Just look at the lineup over here. Just making sure that we'll get it on the spot. Just like that. Engines off. Anti-collision light off. Transponder, stand by. Door open. Ground power on. Unseat everyone now. White bright. Doors open. Cargo door open. Timer stop. So that was pretty much the end of this whole journey. I actually posted a video before, which was the other way around. I had Manila to Cebu. This one we did Cebu to Manila. Back then, you know, I wasn't as, I wouldn't say good, I wasn't as knowledgeable of the things that I know now in terms of flying. So I think I've improved a bit more since then. But, you know, still a long way to go. But I am getting better. And that's the end of our flight. It was an hour 2 minutes from takeoff to gate. And one notable change from last time, I got a custom scenery from Manila. So this is actually what it looks like. Resorts World over there, the church. And then budget terminals over there. You can see an Air Asia plane. So that was it for now. I'll be posting another one next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And remember, you don't have to be smart. You just have to be witty.